Hello. I am coming here to you today because I wanted to share something with you that I have learned from my business coach, Gary Barnes, as well as my dream building mentor, Mary Morrissey. One of the things that Gary has taught me since working with him back in June of 2020 was that there is no try. And when I first started working with him, I was always saying, I'm going to try this, I'm trying this, I'm doing this, I'm trying. And he was like, can I share something with you? And I was like, sure. And he said that there is no try, that you are either doing or you're not doing. And so I was kind of like, well, okay, but I'm trying to do all this stuff. And he's like, but what are you actually doing? And I was like, well, that's a good question. So as I started removing try or trying out of my vocabulary and what I say, I soon began to realize that when I was trying, that I wasn't really doing a whole lot of anything. Me trying was an excuse basically for me to not get what I need to done because I was saying that I was trying and really nothing was getting done, but somehow I was trying, but it was just really an excuse for myself that made me believe or think that I was doing stuff even though I wasn't, by saying that I was trying. Another example would be, if someone invited you to an event or a party or, whatever it is, and you said, oh, I'll try and make it. Well, you already at that point had probably made the decision that you weren't going to make it, but you said you try. And so, when you didn't make it, then the person who invited you wouldn't get hurt, or you wouldn't hurt their feelings or let them down because you said you were going to try. But most likely at the time when you said you try and make it, you weren't going to make it. Another example is when your spouse or someone gives you a to-do list and you say, oh, I'll try and get to those today. Most likely you're not going to get to them today. So trying, from my perspective, from my view, is that it's an excuse to not get things done. And it doesn't really help, but in a sense, you don't feel so let down by yourself. You don't beat yourself up so much because you said you try, right? And that has stuck with me. Like, I have removed the word try out of my vocabulary. So when I'm saying I'm doing something, I'm working on it, or I'm experimenting, or I'm seeing what could happen, instead of saying, oh, I'm trying this or I'm trying that. It's more like, oh, I'm working on this, or I'm experimenting with this. Like, the words have power, and I feel like try is a low power word. So when you say I'm going to try, most likely you're not going to try. So I encourage you to see how you use the word try and see if you actually get things done. See if you are like me, where you're not letting yourself down so much when you say try. But now for myself, when I say that I'm working on something, that's what I'm doing. I am doing something. I am putting action into it. And if I'm not, then I'm not, but most likely I am doing it. There's no more try. Even with my daughter, when she's doing her homework, she's like, but I'm trying. I'm like, you know what? I see you, I hear you, but I don't see the work getting done. You say you're trying, but the grades are reflective of your trying. So I feel sometimes that with the trying, you just don't put your full effort into it, and it's really just an excuse to not let yourself down so much. And then another thing I want to share with you that I've learned from my dream building mentor, Mary Morrissey, is that fear or failure is just feedback. It's really just another way to say that, okay, that way didn't work. Let me find a different way. You don't actually fail. You just know that that wasn't the way that you were going to get your result, or the end result basically of what you wanted to accomplish or succeed at. And I have really taken that to heart because in before even dream building or even taking the path of being a life guide, I would see that I had failed a lot in my life, and certain things that I've done, and choices that I've made, and maybe jobs that I've had. Because it didn't work the first time or the second time, I felt like a failure. And so, one of those examples is when I went to college. I went to school for graphic design, and I didn't finish my bachelor's degree just because life happened. I got pregnant, had a kid, and needed to get a full-time job. But during that time, I felt like I failed myself because I didn't finish college. I accumulated all of that student loan debt, and I didn't finish, so I felt like a failure. And after going through Mary Morrissey's program and working with her, it was just really drilled in that failure is just feedback. And I realize now, and quite some time ago, that that me not finishing the bachelor's degree wasn't a failure. It was just putting me in a different direction, putting me on a new path, because really at the end of it, I didn't really want to be a graphic designer. I mean, I love the art, I love the creativity, but at the end, I just didn't want to be a graphic designer. So I feel that not finishing that, that it was just feedback that I needed to be on a different path. And to go in a different direction, something that my heart really thrives in and that I love doing, which is really helping people build their dreams, helping people to really love themselves more and just be in life and be at peace and happiness within themselves, which then gives them the power to really go and create the life that they want. So those are these two things that I wanted to share with you, because I feel that they're important and they could really help you in certain things that you are wanting to get done and feel good about in your life. So I definitely challenge you to watch how you use try in your life and what you say, and just know that just because you failed at one thing doesn't mean that you're a failure, or that life is over, or for you to give up. That's just telling you that it just wasn't the right step, or it wasn't the right move, and we just change directions and keep going. And that's all we can do. So thank you so much for joining. Put in the comments anything that you feel that resonates with you, or that you tried doing and you notice that it might not be the best word to be using. And is there a failure or something that you can look at in your life and know that it was just feedback, that wasn't the path or the direction that you need to be on? I'd love to hear anything that you have to say, so share with me what you love to, and I will see you next time with some more insightful wisdom from my learnings. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.